Hey everyone, welcome back. I've never actually done one of these before. I'm actually not keen on doing it, but I had to look at what was on offer, via their video on YouTube. This guy called, I think, Mike. Nothing personal against any of these guys that work for Hornby. My issue is, as they was running through the bits and pieces what they're going to release for 2024, I would, if I was doing OO gauge, I'd be extremely disappointed. And if you do watch that video, or if you have watched my video of what's next for the hobby, this hits a nail on the head. Exactly what I was talking about. Class 66s. Wow. We haven't seen those before. Oh my gosh. Class 66, Class 67, Class 08. It's the same old, same old. I get you've done the tooling, so all you need to do is, pop a different livery on there. I know it, obviously, it cuts down expenses and everything else. I get that, I understand that, but seriously, I'm going to put the video on for a couple of minutes and I'll just show you what I mean, because it is literally the same old, same old. Everything's just basically been repainted. I would seriously be, I'd be disappointed with this. I really would. So let me just play this guy and we'll talk about it as he goes through.
Been released. You can view the whole range right now at hornby.com. You can open it up in another tab while you're listening here. But this year, I'm going to be taking you through all the new releases. And I'm also joined by Carl, Head of Development, as he talks about one of our headline models. So we've got lots to get through, so we better get started. I'm Mike, we're Hornby, and this is Hornby 2024 Range Revealed.
So he says he's got a lot to get through. Actually, not so much. You'll see in a minute, obviously this guy.
The Hornby 2024 range launch. I'm Martin Weaver, the head of brand for Hornby. 2024 is going to be a year where we continue to catch up with the models that we have previously announced we're yet to release. But in addition to that, we have a whole host of new items.
I would really seriously be disappointed, obviously, if I was doing OO gauge. Just nothing new, nothing exciting, nothing to encourage any youngsters at all to the hobby. Really, frustrating. A lot of steam, to keep the older generation happy. But what about the new generation? Most of them don't remember steam trains. Not most of them, all of them don't remember steam trains.
This year, we have one set being added to the range in the form of the Triang Railways R2X analog train set. Our Triang Railways Remembered set brings the R2X set back to life with a Class 3F GNT number 47606, an LMS First Class coach with running number 7573, and LMS Third Class coach with the running number 27424, as well as a first radius starter oval power clip.
I'm just going to literally just show you the first part of this video. I'm not going to,
making it even more special.
With
the beautifully presented
show you it all, but
set, you can relive those
really
days once more.
Onto
our main range now, and we start with a very special collection of models. In 2024, Hornby celebrates its 70 years here at the headquarters.
All repaints.
That's right, we celebrate
nothing new, nothing exciting, nothing for young modelers. Seriously, frustrates me like so much. We're not, the manufacturers, and I'm not picking on Hornby. It's, the two main ones, Bachmann and Hornby, they're just not. And that concerns as well.
Limited to only 2,000 models.
All limited.
And joining our accessories range,
I think it was Al from Brenton Junction, mentioned, these short runs of items. It's not good. It's not good for the hobby at all. And
Every
I
year,
really
locomotives adorning the
worry
cover of our
about
Hornby catalogue, and
what's
this
going to
year's cover
happen to
star
this
is
hobby,
Locomotion number 1.
you know, in the
Fantastic
future.
example of early railway engineering,
And
that's
you'll
why
see in a
we chose
second,
this
it's
Locomotion
all,
number 1 as our cover star. In 1825,
you know, all
Locomotion number
steam,
1 became the first
not
steam
all
passenger
of
train
it,
on a
but
public
predominantly
railway, a
all
product of
steam
British ingenuity
locomotives,
by Robert Stephenson and Company.
and,
The
you
locomotive
know,
made
the
its
Class
historic debut on the
66,
27th of
which
September
we've literally
1825,
seen, I think, every
becoming the
variant
first
and
public
colour
railway
and
for
livery
SNPR.
going.
The locomotive was driven by George Stephenson, and it hauled 11 wagons of coal, the carriage experiment, and 20 wagons carrying passengers. In a world first, 300 passengers were catered for in the wagons, while an estimated 600 to 700 were squeezed into the wagons, and some even clung to the sides. Locomotion number 1 continued service until 1841, when it was preserved, ultimately residing at the Locomotion Museum in Shildon, where it remains today.
Just such a disappointing,
Shildon, though, caused
you know,
major
range
controversy,
for
as it was
UK
the
modelers.
first time in 100 years
You
that
know,
Hornby
it's
left
not going to
market.
excite
The
any
Hornby model is based on the version which
any
was
youngsters into this
preserved
hobby
today in
at
Shildon,
all.
so it does not have parts dating back from
You know,
1825. The current boiler barrel is from 1827. Some details to point out on the CAD are the 1883 incorporated bell, the chimney, coal detail in the tender, and nameplate, which does not state Locomotion currently. However, there is lots more development on this model to come, but as we can already see from the CAD data,
that's
the
going
team
to
are
cost you an
working
extra
hard
few
to bring this
quid.
model to life for you to
Remember what I said
actually
about
embrace.
details?
Along with this fantastic example of early engineering, we added
So-
many more steam locomotives to our range this year. The L&MR number 58 Tiger,
So look at all the steam
Class
locos now.
A1060T number 10 Terrier, which is a web exclusive, BR Thompson Class L1 264T E9011, BR Thompson Class L1 264T
All stuff that they've released before. It's fine. I get they've already done the mouldings, so, you know, why not release it again? You know, in a different livery. I understand that, but I know someone that might like this, actually.
Our Liverpool Connection EP Collection train pack, including artwork from Side A, while this year we release Side B. The pack includes the Beatles 040T locomotive and
you
3
know,
wagons
it's
adorned with artwork from All My Loving,
same
Hard
old,
Day's Night,
same old,
Beatles
same old.
number 1.
Really,
In addition to this train pack, we're
just
also adding an 060 locomotive in the same style.
such a
as our
disappointing,
train pack.
you know,
Both the train pack and
catalogue.
model is just 1,000. So if you're a Beatles fan, and who isn't, make sure you snap these up.
I don't know what's going to happen to this hobby. I do worry for it.
6000 King Class
You know,
460.
youngsters are not going to remember these.
We have a BR 6000
You know, it's
King
catering
Class
all for
460,
obviously the older
6009
generation,
King Charles II.
and you have got to cater for all generations. You know, but
61306 Mayflower. BR Princess Coronation
where's the excitement for the younger people?
Early BR Britannia class,
You know, because they're the ones that are going to continue with this hobby.
Lord Herkham. LNER W1 class Hush Hush Streamline.
Oh, Hush Hush.
10,000.
Instead of being grey, it's turned black. Good job.
2002 Earl Martial.
Like to see how much that costs.
And extra smoke deflectors. Rounding off our steam selection for this year, we're adding another locomotive to our growing Hornby 00 range. The BR A4
Hornby
Class
Duplo.
462 Silver King.
How old is that?
Number 60016. DCC ready with 8-pin connection, and as with all our Hornby 00 models, Silver King features a die-cast body, just as its original counterparts would have been. This is coupled with enchanted decoration, which when paired with a die-cast of the boiler, provides a realistic finish to the body. This is a real.
We're almost there, guys. So I'm just gonna just run it for a couple more minutes.
Of course, it's not all about
So disappointed in Hornby. We'll just watch obviously the diesel and diesel and electric.
We have the GB Rail Freight Class 66 Coco 667.
Hey, Class 66.
We know the Jubilee was in 2022, but that doesn't take away from how great this livery looks. Not only did this loco commemorate a historic moment in history, but with its striking livery, it will stand out on anyone's layout. Other new releases include the DB Cargo Class 67 Bobo 67007 Queen's Jubilee, GB Rail Freight Class 66 Coco,
and another Class 66. Woohoo! Another Class 66.
GB Rail Freight
and another Class 66. Hurrah! That's going to bring thousands of youngsters into this hobby. Yeah, I'm not trying to be negative against Horby, but just literally what a disappointing range, you know. And obviously the Class 43s, you know. Oh yeah, there we go, Class 08s. Oh well, I just thought I would,
Dick Hardy.
you know,
Stock is a vital part of.
yeah, I just, like I said, it's the first reaction video I've ever done. I probably won't do one again. I'm just seriously disappointed in, you got two leading manufacturers. Obviously, this happened to be obviously Hornby's one, and I get they got to save costs because obviously they're heavily in debt and everything else, you know. So use obviously the moldings that you've already got, you know, the technology that you've already got. I get that, I understand that, but you know, there's literally nothing to encourage any youngsters into this hobby. It's same old Steam, repainted, and it's all for older generation people, you know. And then there's zilch, nothing to encourage any youngsters into this hobby. Really, I'm pretty disappointed in Hornby. Like I said, I don't do hour gauge, so it doesn't affect me personally, but it affects the hobby. Don't know. Maybe I've got it wrong, you know. Maybe you guys will have a different opinion on it. So, love to hear it if you do. I'd love to hear your opinion either way, to be honest. So, I'm going to sign off, and thanks for watching.